Hello there, and today on Sunkenland we're going to take a look at what is the best boat to build in this game and use, and the fastest, and the storage spaces, and compare them to the helicopter and all that kind of stuff too. So let's get started right now on the stuff. So we'll go over here to the build menu on the boats right here. We're going to be talking about these top four ones here that are currently in this game right now and compare them to each other. This one here, it costs more. It has more points and it's lower down on the list. But this one here is harder to build. It has more ingredients that are harder to get and take longer to get, basically, to get going on this one. So I would say this one here is like the hardest one to build, but it is like the best one to have right there. So let's go there and take a look at right here. This one right here is not too bad to use. It's got its basic, so 40 storage space right now. But the top speed is 130 kilometers per hour, and this here little screen in here, it gets in the way. As you can see, the view isn't really that great in front of you. It bounces around, so you can't really see in front of you too well. It's a little bit kind of an impediment, just nitpicking around here, but you can turn around there. But on the back here, this is blocking you from getting a nice good shooting arc for upcoming boat battles, and just going and plot shotting guys near their bases on those rafts and stuff like that, near the islands and all that kind of stuff. It makes it kind of difficult. In the end, I wouldn't recommend getting this one or using this one if you have the other blueprints ready to go, and that I mean about this one right here. So the storage space is the same. It's a little bit easier to access the storage space of the gas can and all that kind of stuff. This passenger seats are nicely easy there. But yeah, driving this around here, you can see a little bit more in front of you. You got a little bit nice good arc right here, and the top speed is about 140 kilometers per hour. So let's go there and take a look. Maybe get a little bit faster. 140, yeah. So getting close to the 140. Yeah, there we go. 140. Its turning is quite a bit. It's really slow to turn this guy, but with the extra firing arc and stuff like that, I think it's worthwhile. The extra 10 kilometers per hour and the better view is a little bit better to have. It's this one here. It's harder to build, but a little bit better. You won't don't worry about too much about stuff like that. So yeah, this is a pretty nice choice to use for driving around, for all your exploring needs and doing that. Nice and simple and easy to use. Now the jet ski is fun to use, but it's not necessary. It has no storage space, so it's not going to be the best to drive. But it is fast. It takes a while to get up to top speed, but its top speed can get up to like 200 kilometers per hour basically. But it's speed. It takes a while to get there. There we go. We're getting there, bouncing around basically. Turning, there we go. We got the 200 kilometers, 210. It's bouncing around. We got 230 bounce right there. But turning, you can turn on a dime, but you got to, make sure you turn it slowly, or you're going to lose a lot of your speed. But traveling around can be super fast and fun on this one here. Also, jumping around and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it has no storage space, so it doesn't really make it viable for going around there and exploring and taking a lot of loot and stuff like that with you, unless you're going to use a lot of trips going back and forth. Bam. Anyways, let's go over and talk about the helicopter. This one here is nice to have a helicopter to fly around, you would think, and the storage space is nice. We have an extra 10 storage spaces on here, so this is a really good choice, and even holds up, and you have a passenger on there. But the problem is with this one here, it's very hard to control, really tricky. The top speed, you can actually reach 300 kilometers per hour on this guy, but you'll be like, basically almost nosediving into the water, and you can't sustain it. And loss of the speed is, lift going upwards or down basically. So your speed is, taking that into account, not your actual travel distance. And the problem is you don't have access to your map. So when you're driving that guy, you can't have access to your map. You can't even hit escape while you're driving this guy right here. And it is really hard to control. Let's go over and show you how badly I can drive this guy, and go over to the green flag over there. That is the location of the good loot point in my game. Say I want to do a loot run and grab some more iron and copper for guns and stuff like that. So we'll take off and fly, different controls, and we'll just keep on going. And all this tilting stuff back and forth and pain in the butt to try and get out there. And we got our lift. We're only hitting the 200, and we're still just going up. We'll have to go up a lot higher if we want to get to the higher speeds, because we got to go down to actually get those higher speeds. And we're doing a dive bomb here and go up faster and faster and faster as we keep going down. And yeah, before I even hit the top speed of 300, I'm basically going to crash into the water, so I gotta basically keep pulling up until I get a better speed. So there's where I want to land, right by my other boat over there. So I can make more left, and we'll bounce into the water and slow it down. Turn forward, let go of the gas, and we can get a nice landing right now. Go back, forward, back. There we go. We landed. Stop moving. Stop moving. I'm hitting S. There we go. Good enough. We can land in the water. This thing will float in the water. It's not too bad. It bounces around. It'll take a lot of damage and stuff like that. But here we are. We got to the island. I'm just relatively, you know, maybe faster than taking the boat. A lot, you know, faster and easier maybe. You know, not so much easier, but a little bit faster. And then if we want to go back, we got to, you know, turn around and go that way. Turn around and go back and land. See, we got our loot. We got all our wonderful loot from there, and we're on our way back. And we want to go forward. We can't really see very much. Tilt this way. Keep going gas, and then we're going to go back and hit the water. So we're only hitting like 200 kilometers per hour to maintain our speed, basically. And it's, you know, always tricky. So we can go a little bit faster and get up there. So yeah, we're going quite a, you know, almost 100 kilometers faster, but or is it going to be better? Is the landing and stuff like that, that's going to be the problem. The takeoff is easy. It's the landing that's going to get you. So if we want to land on there, it's going to be tricky to get the controls going for that. We're going to try and slow it down nicely. See if we can get there perfectly this time and land and descend. Ooh, bam. Hard landing, but a good landing. There you have it. So yeah, it's pretty nice to use. If you get the controls going there, you know, effectively, you'll be good to go on that. But that is it. That is all the vehicles that we have so far in this game, and their pros and their cons on the driving. Yeah, the con of this one here it also pulls to the left. So you're just driving straight, it'll start pulling to the left a little bit, but that's easily managed. But it's a lot easier to drive around on the boat than it is the helicopter and stuff like that. But you know, if you want that extra storage space and you can handle the ups and downs of this thing, this was a lot better choice to actually use for that if you get used to it. But there's no map, so that's a big problem right now. If you could actually access your map while you're on this thing, it would be handy. But I can only find my way because I have flags sitting up there. So once you have flags on these other islands and stuff like that, or boats that you can use as flags, that type of thing, you're not going to be able to find out where you're going because it's very hard to tell where you are because you can't check your map to see which one is which, you know, on your directions, and there's no compass either. So yeah, without a compass, it's kind of a pain. You never know which you're going to be facing north or not. At least that's what I found in my game right there. But yeah, at least you can build in the water. There's my square base right there. If you have any other questions on stuff on this game, just let me know. I don't know if you want a tour of my base or not like that. It is just basically a big square, heavily defended. A couple layers in there. Got this outer layer here, then an inner layer of more traps and stuff like that to keep these guys that big. Got one little Gatling gun up there. I should put another one up there, maybe. On the other side, they spawn up on top of the rocks too, even. So yeah, and they spawn, and I just got attacked. That's why I'm damaged. And they even jump. They were jumping over the wall, so I had to make my wall over there higher and add some more traps on there because it was jumping up and down and rabbiting over top of the wall up there, and they're spawning on top of the rocks. So yeah, they just spawn everywhere. So probably not the best place to actually build a base, but depending what these enemies guys can do, and it's pretty sad since all the enemies are dead, and they still got guys attacking me. They should have been turned off if everybody is dead on the game. But anyways, that's just me. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.